Welcome back to my channel. It's Jenny with First Trip. I'm going to be making a lavender soap today. It's a very sensual, very beautifully fragranced lavender soap. I have my olive oil, grapeseed oil, and castor oil with my additives in there, colloidal oats and kaolin clay. That's why it looks milky when I stir it. These are my babasu oils and my shea butter and coconut oil, melted just off the hot plate. And this is my lye solution with sugar, sodium lactate. Actually, I've forgotten to add the sodium lactate. I'm going to add it right now. And silk. Let me grab my sodium lactate. All right, that's my sodium lactate, and silk is in here. Okay, I am making a 9-pound batch of soap. My colorants are here. These two are my colorants. This is Grape Ape from Mad Mica, and this is Iridescent. I think it's called Iridescent Violet from oh, what are they called? Workshop Heritage. Oop, you can see that. Iridescent Violet from Workshop Heritage. This is my fragrance, lavender buds, and my TD, my titanium dioxide. All right. Please, per usual, like, subscribe, share, all that good, wonderful stuff that makes our small channel grow. Really appreciate it. All right, I'm about to get to mixing. Keep watching, enjoy. If you have any suggestions on designs or what you'd like to see, or maybe there's something you want me to talk about in my videos, please let me know. I'm usually an in the zone soaper. That's why you don't see me talking much when I'm soaping, and when I do talk, I'm like pausing and not like using my hands to work and things like that, because I'm an in the zone talker. But if there's any way, any format, any other way you'd like to see me film, please, these are the suggestions that I'm looking for to help me grow. Okay, please let me know, and I will work on incorporating such and whatnot. All right, thank you. Keep watching. So at this point, my small itty bitty channel is growing gradually, slowly but surely, and I really did not even think I would have this many subscribers ever. At this point, I currently have, at the point of recording this voiceover, I currently have 922 subscribers, and I know it may not sound much, but to me, it is like, oh my God, that many people subscribe to my channel, and I didn't even think it would ever happen. When I started this channel, I was expecting maybe 100. This is me being absolutely honest. Maybe 100 subscribers. And I'm at the point where I have 922 subscribers. I'm almost at 1,000, and I'm just very excited. Honestly, I know it's not a lot. It's not a lot of subscribers to many people, but to me, it's like a lot. So I was just thinking and wanting to do a 1,000 subscribers giveaway. I don't know. It's just something a thought I'm just playing with in my head. I don't even know how people do those things, how they're chosen, and I have to go and look into it, and see how that works. But at this point, that's what I'm currently thinking of. Let me know if you're interested. I was thinking of giving away some of my products for the giveaway, so let me know if this is something that you'll be interested in, if you'd like to try out my products and whatnot. So thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for those that subscribe and watch. And mega thank you for those that subscribe, watch, and actually listen to my voiceovers. I guess you guys are the ones that's gonna know at this point that I'm thinking of doing a giveaway. Anywho, again, thank you. This is just me showing appreciation. I briefly just want to talk about titanium dioxide. As you can see, I just added some titanium dioxide to that purple. Yes, right there. And I just want to briefly talk about it. It's what titanium dioxide is. It's a mineral pigment, and it's a very popular colorant in the cosmetic industry, in the food and cosmetic industry. If you're used to looking at your ingredient list, you'd frequently find titanium dioxide listed on there. In fact, for sunscreen, it is one of the main ingredients in sunscreen. When it comes to soaping, what titanium dioxide does for us is it lightens the color of the soap to create different shades. Or if you have a discoloring fragrance that will discolor to yellow, you can use titanium dioxide to mask or to hide or to lighten up the soap or the batter. And also you can use titanium dioxide if you have your base, if your base is not really clear or bright, or maybe it's more on the yellow or tan side, or your fragrance oil also discolors to like tan or yellow. I think I would mention that. You can use titanium dioxide for that. And how you mix it is, I had someone ask me this, like, what do you how do you mix it and account for the water that you have used in dispersing the titanium dioxide and the water in your batch. So titanium dioxide can come in a water soluble form only, or in a water and oil soluble form. The titanium dioxide I use is both water and oil soluble, meaning that you can disperse it in water or oil. I choose to use water because for some reason water kind of like is easier to dissolve it in without really getting that your itty bitty hand mixer to like mix it in and disperse it in. But how you account for the liquid or the extra oil, it's the same. You have to do a discount from your batch and add that into your the mixing of your titanium dioxide. And also for mixing your titanium dioxide, you're going to mix it at a ratio of half a teaspoon to a tablespoon of water or oil. So you don't want to use too much water because it can be very deceiving when you're mixing your titanium dioxide with water, and you may add too much water because it's just going to look white, right? And be like, oh, you're not sure if you've used enough water, if you've used too much water because it's just white. And that's when you start risking adding more water than you need. Not that there's anything wrong with more water in your batter. It's just that it's going to take a longer time to cure, and a molding can get sticky and all that stuff, and you're more prone to glycerin rivers and whatnot. So that's actually how to disperse titanium dioxide. And you use it, a general rule of thumb is, I believe it's a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of titanium dioxide per pound of oils. So I mean, you can use more depending on how you're working and how you see your batter color looking and whatnot. The same thing with the oil. The thing about mixing with oil is you want to use a lightweight oil. You want to use something like almond oil, or if you already have olive oil in your recipe, or safflower oil, you want to use those. You want to avoid something like castor oil. Castor oil is heavyweight. It's thick, and the same rule of thumb, you use a tablespoon of oil to a half teaspoon of titanium dioxide. Use your mini whisk to break up those clumps, because it is the particles are a little bigger. It's non-nano particles, because we do not use the nanoparticles in for this, because it's just too tiny, and the smaller particles are more prone to be get into your pores and whatnot. So it's the non-nano particle, and there's this whole study and research that has to do with, anyway, there is this whole saga and talk about titanium dioxide, but based on a study, I believe that was done on rats or something like that. Anywho, it is a safe ingredient to use. Make sure you're using in the right proportions. Again, if you use too much titanium dioxide, a few things that you could find happening is your soap could be chalky, because you've just used too much. It just turns out chalky, or you're prone to glycerin rivers. And what glycerin rivers is just the glycerin in your soap congealing when it goes through the gelling. So when there's high heat, because soap is going to heat up and gel and, go through all that chemical process to become actual soap. If you want to avoid that gelling phase, or like, I'm not too sure, I really, really don't want glycerin rivers, pop that mold into the refrigerator and let it go through its process in a cool environment. You reduce your chances of getting glycerin rivers. And however, you're not going to get that gel phase. And what gel phase does for you is it just gives you, it aesthetically makes the colors of your soap pop. It goes through that process whereby things become brighter, things become more I don't know, jelly looking, not really jelly looking, but it just becomes brighter. And if you look at the soap that has gone through gel phase and the soap that did not, you can tell that there is a really big difference in the shades of the colors. Both soap are going to walk and behave the exact same. It's just aesthetic. Just like glycerin rivers. Nothing is wrong with glycerin rivers in your soap. Absolutely nothing. Your glycerin is still in your soap. Everything is still, the properties are still the same. It's just aesthetic. And it's not really that the titanium dioxide 100% causes a glycerin river. It's just that the chances of it, especially when you use water in your titanium dioxide, you get a higher chance of getting glycerin river. And that's why for cold process soaping, we soap at a water discount. We soap with lesser water than a hot process soap maker would soap with, because you're cooking the soap, and so a lot of evaporation is happening. With CP soap, we don't have the luxury of evaporation as we're making our product, so we discount the water. There are many reasons. There are quite a few reasons why you want to discount your water in soaping, or why you might want to stick to a higher water percentage in your soaping. And depending on how the tides turn, I may address that in a future voiceover. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that TD bit a little bit. And don't forget to account for that discount oil or water in your base. This is the same for any other colorant. If you're pre-mixing your colorant with oil, not water, your micas with oil, not water, and using a lightweight oil, you want to account for it in your base oil. Otherwise, you'll be over superfatting. And what happens when you over superfat superfatting is actually free floating oils in your soap that did not saponify. And you know what happens when there's a lot of oil hanging around without, it being protected? It could go rancid. So you don't want more than you intend floating around in there, and you have a soap that sticks around for longer than you'd like, and then it starts going rancid on you. Yeah, so that's that about titanium dioxide. Again, I am thinking of doing a giveaway, 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I really appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate those of you that watch, share, comment. It gives me ideas of things to talk about or things to look out for in the future, things to incorporate. I really like that. I really like when you guys interact with me in that way. So do let me know if you're interested in a giveaway. Get some of my products and use what you've been seeing me make. I really, it's going to make me happy because you guys have made me happy by, doing the needful. Thank you all so much. All right. So this soap is at the point of this video, it's still in my store. If you want to go shop it, it's a really good selling soap for me. I'm always making it in different, looks, variation styles and whatnot. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet.